Hello and welcome to How to Automotive. Today's video is all about being creative in the shop and coming up with those solutions for those problems that you run across, especially when you're working by yourself. So stay tuned for that. On this strut, it has a sensor built into it, and I need to feed the wires up through the center of the bump stop and bearing plate. So the solution I came up with is took an old scrap wire here and run it downwards through the bearing plate and bump stop and feed it down towards the bottom and pull it out the bottom. You want to make sure the wire is long enough. So once it pops out the bottom, now what I did was take the new strut with the sensor and tape the scrap wire and the electrical sensor wire together. So I just used a little bit of electrical tape and taped the two wires together. And now what I'm going to do is, after it's all taped up, is I'm going to pull the wire up through the bump stop. At the same time, I'm going to feed the strut up into position. So I'm pulling the old wire with the new sensor wire through the bump stop and bearing plate. Now I can finish assembling this strut. For more tips like this, make sure you're following the How to Automotive Instagram page. So I need to get this ball joint freed from the spindle here, and I'm working by myself, and I needed this extra pair of hands. So I came up with this solution where I wrapped the ratcheting tie straps around the suspension here, around the ball joint on the opposite side. Then I hooked it onto the lower control arm and ratcheted it tight like this. And as I ratcheted it tight, the lower control arm started coming down and pulling the ball joint out of the spindle. So sometimes you have to get creative. There's no one around to help you, and you still need to get that job done. So this is the solution I came up with in this particular case. To get the axle out of the car, use another tie strap to pull the spindle and suspension out of the way to get the axle out. So for more creative tips like this, make sure you're following along at the How to Automotive Instagram page. Hello and welcome to How to Automotive. Today I wanted to share with you a powerful tool for finding evap leaks. So you got your smoke machine hooked up, you got your vent valves closed, and you know the leak is somewhere up like in a really tight area where you can't see it. Well, my tip for you guys is to take your cell phone, put it on the camera, make sure the flash is turned on, and use the video camera on your cell phone to sneak it up in those tight areas. You can even record it so you can document it, and this is the view you'll get when you record it. So you'll slide your camera up in there, and there it is. You can see the leak right there on this vent valve here. So in this case, I was only able to smell the fuel, and my flow gauge said that yes, there was a leak somewhere on the system. And so with my camera, I was able to slide it up between the fuel tank and the body of the car, and I was able to document that this valve right here is leaking. Make sure you're following the How to Automotive Instagram page for more valuable tips like this. On my Instagram page, I upload all the time videos on quick tips that I'm doing here in the shop. So if you're interested in quick automotive tips and repair techniques, make sure you're following the How to Automotive Instagram page. I upload videos there all the time. I'm Brian Esser from How to Automotive, and I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Encourage you to subscribe. Invite you to head over to the howtoautomotive.com website for more valuable videos like this. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram. Thank you for watching.